watching it because I knew too much about like who died and whatnot. I was just like,
Yeah,
nah.
exactly.
Have you ever played Subnautica?
I've
Subnautica.
seen a lot of it.
Yeah, Subnautica. I'm pretty sure they're getting very. It's a early access game at the moment, but they're getting very close to completing it. It's only like
It's
one or two
really
major.
close to being done.
Only one or two. Only one or two major updates away from game completion.
Yep.
It's a survival-based style of game, but you're basically all surviving in a large planet that is, I'd say, like 99.99% water.
Yeah.
There is 0.001 or 0.01% land because there are the two islands there.
Yeah.
But it's a very interesting game. Basically, your ship is shot down, and you don't know why it was shot down, and you're basically the only survivor. You basically have to survive, and then as you explore, you discover new building stuff, and you discover new technologies as well. And you also basically, like, it has a story to it, kind of like The Forest. So you kind of figure out like why you were shot down, and then there's another problem that arises that you have to figure out. And like, it's, some people say it's a horror game, but it's not really a horror. It just, if you're afraid of the water, it can be a pretty scary game because it's got like deep water, large scary creatures. The darkness is absolutely horrifying because you're out in the water, and it's
That's
like,
why I will never play that game, because the ocean terrifies me.
I've gotten a lot better at playing the game, but I remember the first time I played the game, like there was quite a few times where I was actually pretty scared playing the game.
Yeah.
Like I still kind of play it, and I feel like that because it's basically like you're swimming and it's quiet, and you look down. If you're swimming at the surface, there's certain parts where you look down, you can't see the bottom, and you know you're in an area where there's really, really large, scary creatures that can eat you, and it's just like you can really feel that like feeling in your gut, like holy shit, man, like I am fucking scared. I just like I want to keep swimming straight, but I don't want to look down, but I kind of need to look down to see where I'm going.
Yeah.
And it's like holy crap, man, holy crap. Pause the game, like oh shit, man, all right, fucking sweating up a storm here, man. It's becoming Subnautica here in my room. But yeah, no, that game is great there, and it's like when you get to when you actually like. What I find that helps when you're playing the game is to avoid scaring yourself a lot. Don't swim on the surface. Just be underwater at the bottom. It's not as scary when you're actually at the bottom. And if you go down deeper, it's not that bad when you go deeper. But it is kind of scary when you're going somewhere and you come up to like a ledge that just goes to a drop off.
Ooh.
Then it's like, well, that looks absolutely scary down there, and it's kind of like when you're going down, it's pretty horrifying. So you just like don't know what's down there and what you're gonna run into.
Yeah. No.
Once you get down to the bottom, it's actually not as scary. It's a lot more calming when you're down there. And plus, there's also a. If anybody here watches Markiplier, there's actually a Markiplier doll in the game because he plays it so much.
Yep.
I remember seeing that episode there. It's like, oh, hey, look at that Markiplier. I actually find his Subnautica episodes very enjoyable. I've watched other people play it, and it's like I never really got into it too much. And I don't watch a lot of Markiplier either. There's one or two episodes of his that I'll watch, but I started watching his Subnautica episodes from the very beginning, and I'm surprisingly still watching them, and I've fairly much enjoyed them. And then I remember, was it MXR? I was watching MXR play Subnautica. I like that he's playing Subnautica because it's always good to get other like good YouTubers into playing good games, but it was so painful to watch him play the game just because he's so used to playing like Skyrim and Fallout 4 style of games. He's used to like it's kind of hard to explain, but he's used to basically just being able to like mess around a lot more and not have to pay attention to stuff, and then things will just come to him, or he's got a quest log he's able to review. Where in Subnautica, it doesn't have any of that, so there's so much stuff that he misses. And just like if he took the extra second to like pause and watch and read and pay attention to what's happening around him, it'd be so much easier for him to play the game, but he just misses so much of that, and it's so painful to watch him play it.
Yeah, I bet.
Like I watched like the first 4 episodes of it, and I was like, man, I'm sorry, I can't watch this anymore. It's like I definitely encourage you to keep playing it, but I can't watch it myself. No, because I play Subnautica and just like, no, I just can't watch it.
Yeah.
So it looks like Jeremy's doing pretty good here.
I'm kicking
I've been
ass.
somewhat half paying attention to what you're doing, but I've been kind of busy rambling on about Subnautica and how it's a good game and how I don't like certain people playing it. Well, they can play it, but I don't like watching them play it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to focus on building my railroads and stuff and keeping an eye out on the chat. Have combustion done here soon enough, and then I
Yeah,
can start making
I've been
tanks and destroyers.
watching your chat here too. I'm not too sure if Holy You Kill Me is still on here or here.
I
He
don't
might
know.
still be. You have well, it says 3 streamers to me, or 3 viewers. I'm just going to keep commentating in case somebody pops in here and leaves a comment. I know on the stream I just did there, I'm not too sure if it was one of my followers or just somebody else popping in, but I know I would say at least 4 or 5 people pop in and out. Some people would pop in and they'd stick around for like 20 minutes, half an hour, and then they'd pop out, and
Yeah.
then another person would come. And but basically, yeah, for like my entire stream there, I just like sat there and just like tried to talk as much as I can, do commentating. And basically, I found it a lot easier to do when I had like that little bit of music in the background, and then I was also playing a game that I have a lot of hours in, so I was able to talk about it a lot easier. And it's like, yeah, this is what I'm doing. And, oh, I'm doing this here now. Oh, I want to do this right here. Let's see how this works here.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this right here looks great. I'm going to change this up to this. Hey, this is what this is. This is what this does. And it's pretty great because I was starting on a new modded map I had. So I basically went and explored the map, talked about it a bit. Then I went back out and installed some mods on it that I wanted to use in the game. Talked about like, oh yeah, this is what this mod is. This is what I want to use it for. It's pretty good. I've never talked that much before to myself my whole life. I sat in a room talking out loud to myself for like 3 hours. I was just gonna open up something here, but I can't remember what I was gonna do. Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to see how many hours I have in Space Engineers. Alrighty. After the 3-hour session I just did on Space Engineers, I am now at 602 hours.
Jesus.
My most played game, followed by Arma 3.
Goddamn.
And all of the hours I put on Arma 3 have all been put into the altuslife.co.uk role-playing server. Or
Savage.
it also now goes by roleplay.co.uk.
The Savage was the first one that entered the modern era. Fucking lord.
What?
Fucking
How?
savages.
Montezuma, who is Aztec.
Yeah.
I found that very funny.
Like a nation that's not even around today got into the modern era first.
Yep. Yeah, I remember the last time I was playing Civilization 6 there. I did a solo gameplay. I think I did longest game, or like the long stretched out game. So it's like, I don't know how many hundreds of turns. And then I can't remember what difficulty I was on, but I basically I've never played the game before, so I was like reading stuff, going through it, and by the end of the game, like I was aiming to try to do a. I was conquering in basically military wise for taking over.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I decided that I didn't want to like kill everybody and do a military conquer or military win. So I had my armies all built up and I just had them defending. And then I was aiming because I wanted to do a space age win. So I wanted to be basically launch my third spacecraft to space. And I was on my second spacecraft in the middle of creating my third spacecraft to launch. And then I ended up winning the game with a cultural victory. So basically, I was on the front lines of winning on 3 different stages. I had
Oh, wow.
military power, space exploration, and culture.
Jesus.
And it's like man, I didn't even realize I was like the top for those ones. And I think there's only like 4 or 5 different ways you're able to win in the game. And I was at like number 1 for 3 of them.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, never played this game before. I guess I'm doing pretty good.
Well, you're good
Like,
at games.
I don't think I was playing on the easier difficulty just because when I start a new game, I don't like starting off on easy or medium sometimes. Sometimes it's like going straight into hard. If you learn the game on hard, you're going to be used to playing it on hard. But I might have done medium. I'm not too sure.
Either way, it
Okay.
works easy.
At home.
Yeah, I ended up
Mr.
winning.
Gorbachev.
It surprised me. I was also
Yeah.
kind of upset about it because I really wanted to go for that space exploration win.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that it was on like my last spacecraft to win. Damn it! I wanted to launch my spacecraft and get a space exploration win.
Those
It looks
fucking
like,
airplanes. Fuck those.
Jared,
fuckers.
are you playing on the longer, like the more longer game?
Well, no, I'm
I
playing
think
standard.
you're playing standard, yeah. So
Yeah, because I've been
I
playing
I
for
was looking at your
about 4 hours, and I'm just now in the 1950s.
I see that you're in 1954 AD in the stream right now, and you're currently at turn 374, and that's just standard game. So I was playing on the longer version of the game, so I was probably I would say I would probably have to be rounding about 1,000 and something
China, I
turn.
believe.
God.
Yeah, these games can go on pretty long, but they're actually like really good. If you've ever played Civilization,
I have.
that's the way I always like to play these games. Is like largest map, longest gameplay. So it's like you can play this game for like a few days.
There's one guy who had a game in one of the earlier. Hold on. Let me go through ours.
Hello, viewer, and welcome to the stream. I see we have another person who just joined us here. Probably listened to us babble for a little while.
Nice.
Might as well acknowledge them. Say hello, welcome.
Howdy.
Hola.
It still says 3 people. I
Yeah,
think
maybe
I
it has-
pissed off Greece because they wanted me to get in war with fucking Queen Elizabeth, but I didn't want to. I kind of want
go
to.
to war.
I kind of want to ally with both Russia and England for some odd reason.
Yeah, Russia's all right. I remember when I was playing as them in Civ 6 there. I'm not too sure if it's the same in 5, but like when you start off with them, every time they build like a little like a town center or a city place, they get a larger area around it is one of their perks.
Nice.
So instead of like with your standard people, they like get like the first ring plus maybe like one other little plot outside of their ring. That Russia gets like 2 rings around their city, so they get like a lot larger area.
Yeah, I remember. I was gonna say like this one guy in one of the earlier
Es wäre in eurem
Civilization
Interesse, dass ihr
games.
بكل ربيع في قلم ثنا
This
شوي لحظة
guy
قرب
had like
تقابلي
fucking
إيه
or I think it was three
بالشريخ
nations, and they like all were in war with each other.